Hello and welcome to educlub for you. And today in this lesson we go through a very important way of calculation, and it is quite vital for every chapter of mathematics. Okay, so in this video we try to learn about how to find out the squares and how to find out the cube instantly. This is quite important for every chapter of mathematics. But before going to this video, I'd like to request you that if you like this video, then kindly hit the like button and share this video in your Facebook and Instagram and Twitter page, and inspire us by write down your comments. Okay, so before that, let us start this video. And we'll go through this chapter where we try to learn how to find out the squares instantly of any number. Okay, but let me give you one instruction here that if you want to find out the squares, you should learn the square from 1 to 25. It is quite important, but I don't think it is difficult for all of you to learn it. Because up to 15, I think everybody knows about the squares up to 15 square to 25. So if you just spend 20 minutes or 30 minutes onwards, then you can easily remember the squares from 16 to 25. It is not so difficult. So if you try, then you can. But once if you know the squares of 1 to 25, then by using these techniques, you can find out the square of anything instantly. Okay. So let us comes to the square concept. The concept is that the way of calculation, in our way, the calculation is a decimal system. Means we are using 10 number of digits from 0 to 9. So total we are having 10 number of digits, and as we are having 10 number of digits, so we should take the base 10 every time. Okay, now if you take the base 10, you can take the power of 10 also, 10 to the power n. That may be 10 to the power 110 or 10 to the power 200 or 10 to the power 3000 or 10 to the power 410,000 or so on so on. Every time you should take the base as 10 to the power n. Now, whatever be the number, you consider the base as a 10 to the power n or its multiple. We'll go through one by one. So, first of all, we should consider only the 10 to the power n as base. And onwards, 10 to the power n into some multiple in the second part. So, in the first part, I give you a very clear concept. You take any number. Let us suppose I am taking the number 94. Okay. So 94 is somehow very close to what? 10 to the power 2 means 100. So here we should take 100 as the base. Okay. And how? How we'll find out that if you take 100 as the base, 94 is less than of that. So the step 1 is you should find out the gap in between the number and the base. That may be more than the base, that may be less than the base, but you have to find out the gap. So if I consider 94, then it is less than 100. How much less? 6. So you consider this as minus 6. Okay. Now write down minus 6 square. That equals to 36. And as it is 6 less than the base, for that you should subtract 6 from that number. 94 minus 6. The result is 88. So here the answer we have. Now the answer is 94 square 8836. Because 6 is the gap, for that 36, 6 squares are 36, and subtract 6 from 94. So 8836. Is it clear to you? Okay, I'll give you another one example. Let us suppose instead of 94, let it be 91. Again, we should take the base as 10 square, that equals to 100. Now, here the gap is what? Minus 9. Now, minus 9 square is 81. And second one is 91 minus 9, 82. So, 91 square is 8281. Isn't easy? Quite easy. Everybody can try. Okay, I give you one example where the value is little bit bigger than this. Let us suppose 984. Okay, so in this case, if it is 984, we can take the base as 10 to the power 3, means 1000, because 1000 is quite very close to that 984. Okay, now 1000 less 984, result is what? Minus 16. Now find out the square of minus 16. Write down it, 256. Okay, now if the result is minus 16, we should subtract 984 minus 16. That equals to 968. So finally, 984 squares are 968256. Okay, I'll give you another example. Let us suppose 993. So 993 is what? Only 7 less than 1000. So the difference is minus 7. Minus 7 squares are 49. But in this case, you just can't write down 49. You should write down this as 049. We are considering 3 digit here. Okay, this is very important. And second part, now if it is less than 7, 993 less 7. The result is 986. So 986, 049. Okay, anytime if you have any kind of doubt whether you have to put 0 or not, take the square of that base. 1000 squares are what? 1000 having 3 number of zeros. Now 3 number of zeros square having 6 number of zeros. 1, then again 6 number of zeros. So total number of digit is what? 7. But as it is less than of that, so we need 6 number of digit. But if you are not considering 0, then that having only 5. So you should put a 0. Clear? Now, I will give you an example where the value is greater than that of the base. And I think this is comparatively easier. 106. So by taking the base as 100. So if you take 100 as the base, it is plus 6. Now 6 squares are 36. 106 plus 6. 112. 112, 36. Finished. Another one. Let us suppose 112 square. Now, by taking 100 as the base, this is plus 12. 12 squares are 144. Let us suppose you write down 144 in this case. Now, 112 plus 12, 124. So, 124, then 144. But here, if you write down this all, then we are having 6 number of digits. But 100 square is 5 number of digits. So these middle two digits should be merged. So the final result is 12544 or 1017. It is 17 greater than 1000. 17 squares are 289. 1017 plus 17, 1034. So this is 1034, then 289. Okay, now sometimes it may happen that if you take any number, it is not compulsory that that should be very close to the base. as in the previous examples, every number that I consider is very close to the base. But if a number is not close to the base, how you will find out? So in this case, we should find out 10 to the power n with some multiples. This is the part 2. I'll give you 4 examples at a time. Let us suppose 104 square, 204 square, 304 square, 404 square. Okay, you can find out 104 square instantly. 10816. Okay, but if we consider 204 square, then how you will find out? By taking 200 as the base. So this is plus 4. Plus 4 just square is 16. 204 plus 4, 208. But we cannot write down 208 directly, because instead of 100, you are taking 200 as the base. So what should be the addition or subtraction result? We should multiply the multiple of that 10 to the power n. So here it is 200 means twice that of 100. Okay, so 208 into 2, that equals to 416. So the final result is what? 41616. If you consider 304, 4 means 16, it is fixed. Now 304 plus 4, 308. 308 into 3, 92416. Now let us try 404. So 404, it is extra 4. 4 squares are 16. 404 plus 4, 408. Okay, now 408 into 4, 1632. 1632, 16. This is your result. So these are the process. You can find out the squares instantly. Okay, but let us suppose we consider a number which is not very close to the multiple of 10 to the power n. I'll give you an example. Let us suppose 157 square. It is neither close to 100 nor close to 200. But it is close to 150. So in this case, you should take the base as 150 instead of 100. Means 1.5 times of the base. Okay, if you take 150 as the base, extra 7 is there. 7 squares are 49. Now, 157 plus 7, that equals to 164. That should be multiplied with 1.5. So instead of multiplying 1.5, you can do one thing, that take off half of that. 164 halves are 82. Simply add. You may multiply with 1.5 or take half of that value, then add both. 164 plus 82, 246. So finally, we are having 246, then 49. 24649. Everything can done mentally. If you are having little bit of concentration and little bit of calculation power, you can find out mentally. There is no need of pen and paper for this. Okay, I'll give another example. Let us suppose 138. Again, we have to take the base as 150. It is 12 less than of that. 12 squares are 144. So in this case, you just write down 44, carry 1. Okay, now 138 less 12. 138 less 12 means 126. Now half of 126 means 63. Add. So 63 means 189. And we are having 1 as carry. So 189 plus 1, that equals to 190. So 19044. This is your result. Or if you consider the result of 42 square, take 50 as the base here. It is 8 less than the base. 8 squares are 16. Now, as it is less than the base, therefore you should subtract it. 42 minus 8, that equals to 34. Now, instead of 100, you are taking 50 as the base. So, 50 means half of that, 34 is half, that equals to 17. So, finally, we are having 17164. Okay, so 42 squares are 1764. By using these methods, you can find out the square of anything. One thing is important, you should have learned the squares from 1 to 25 very deep. Okay, so by using those ideas, you can find out the square instantly. You practice it. If you practice for 20 to 30 examples by yourself, you can find out the square instantly. Okay, now the second part is how you will find out the cubes. But if you take a 3-digit number, a 4-digit number, I think it is very bigger, the result is very bigger one, and probably in the competitive examination or in other examination, I don't think it is quite important. We should consider here the cube of every 2-digit number. Okay, now here we are having 3 different steps. Step 1, you are having a 2-digit number, means you are having unit digit and 10 digit. First, take the cube of the 10th digit. This is step 1. Take the cube of the 10th digit. Okay, now step 2, find out the ratio in between the unit digit and 10th digit. So you got the ratio. Now that cubic value should be multiplied with this ratio. Whatever the result that you have, again multiply with the ratio. Again whatever the result that you have, again multiply with the ratio. So write down 3 times in this way. Okay, now total you are having 4 different numbers. Take the double value of the middle 2. Whatever be the ratio, that doesn't factor. Take simply the double of the middle 2 numbers. Now add partly. This is third step. I'll give you some examples to make it clear to all of you. Let us suppose I'll give you a very easy example. 12. Now 12 cube, you have to find out 12 cube. Here the 10th digit is what? 1. Take the cube of 1. 1 cubes are 1. Write down it. Now next is find out the ratio. Unit digit by 10th digit means 2 divided by 1, that equals to 2. Now we are having the cubic value 1. 1 multiplied with 2, the value is 2. Now this 2 multiply again with 2, value is 4. Now this again 4 multiplied with 2, value is 8. 1, 2, 4, 8. What are the middle 2 numbers? 2 and 4. Write down double of that. 2 and 4 double means 2 doubles are 4, 4 doubles are 8. Okay. Now simply add. 8 means 8. 4 plus 8, 12, 2 carry 1. 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7. And finally 1 is 1728. Okay. Now I'll give you another example. Let us suppose 26. 26 cubes are. Here the unit digit is 6, 10th digit is 2. Take the cube of 2, that equals to 8. Now find out the ratio. 6 divided by 2, that equals to 3. Now this 8 into 3, 24. Now 24 into 3, 72. Again 72 into 3, 216. So the middle 2 numbers are 24 and 72. Take double of that. 24 into 2, 48. 72 into 2, 144. Now add partly. The last part is 216. So write down 6, carry 21. Okay. Now add 21 plus 72 plus 144. Result is what? 237. Write down 7, carry 23. Now 23 plus 24 plus 48. Result is what? 95. Write down 5, carry 9. Now finally 9 plus 8, 17. So that one is your result. So 26 cubes are, we are having 1, 7, 5, 7, 6. I'll give you a little bit difficult question. Instead of 26, let it be 27. Okay. Now 10 digit is what? 2. 2 cubes are 8. Now the ratio is 7 by 2. But don't write down it as 3.5. Be it in the ratio form. Okay. Now 8 into 7 by 2 means 8 divided by 2 into 7. So when 8 divided by 2, result is 4. 4 into 7, 28. 28 divided by 2, 14. 14 into 7, 98. 98 divided by 2, 49. 49 into 7, 343. So all the results that we have, all the 4 of them. Now take the double of the middle 2. 28 double 56. 98 double 196. Next part. Next part is we should add part 3. Last part is what? 343. So write down 3, carry 34. Now 34, 98 and 196. You can add in this way that instead of 196, take it as 200. Instead of 98, take it as 100. So 200 plus 100, 300. But in those two numbers, we are taking plus 4 and plus 2. Means extra 6. Subtract it from 34. 28. 328. Because 300 we have. 34 minus 6, 28. 328 total. So write down 8. Carry 32. Now next part. 32 plus 28. 60 plus 56. 116. Write down 6. Carry 11. Now last part. 11 plus 8. 19. So finally we are having 19683. Okay. So these all methods are quite easy. It is not so difficult. If you try it for 10, 20, 30 times, you can find out the square, you can find out the cube of any 2-digit number instantly. Okay. So in the next video, we try to learn about a very important part of mathematics. Okay. And if you like this video, subscribe this channel, inspire us, and keep watching our videos. Thank you.